Got Style Designs. My name's Pat. My channel is all about leather, techniques, supplies, tools, designs, applique, braiding, and much more. Since I use fairly sharp and dangerous equipment and tools, this channel is for adults. If you like my video, please push the thumbs up button below and subscribe. Thanks, and let's get on with the video. Today's video is how to Mexican round braid joining and corners. Refer to my first video on how to start and do the Mexican round braid first, since this video is all about joining the braid on completion and how to braid around the corners. Here's a picture of a trifold wallet I made using the Mexican round braid. I used the joining method and the rounded corners on this wallet. Let's start braiding. You will need your project or a practice piece of leather. Plan to join your project on completion on a straight part of your project and not on the corner or maybe on a rounded portion of maybe a wallet or a purse. I've braided up to where the join is and there are no more empty holes. So first, get your braiding soap. Make sure you have a little bit on your project just to make sure it's going to slip easily. Where we are is we've gone through the front to the back. We've braided through the closest one. Next, we're ready to go over and into the next hole. So I'm going to number these to make it easy. This is going to be hole number 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to hole number 1. And I forgot to mention we need to open all of these up with our fid first to make sure that it's easy to get the lace to slide through. So we've gone through hole number 1. And next we want to just continue to braid just like we were on the straightaway. So we go over 1, under 1 in the front. Pull our lace snug. Go into the adjacent hole to the back. Oh, got to keep my lace straight there. Now we're at the back again, so we'll turn the piece over, easier for you to see. And we'll keep it straight so that the hair side is out. We'll do the same thing that we've been doing as we go under, and we'll go over the next piece. Then we come back and we want to go in the next empty hole, which there isn't one, but we'll go in hole number 2. So we go in hole number 2, take our lace towards the back, bring it back over to the front just like we were lacing the straightaway. Go over 1, under 1. Take our lace, put it in the next adjacent hole. And we're in the back again. Next, we want to do the same thing we've been doing and go under here and over there. We'll just have a little more congestion here pretty soon. And next we want to go into the next open hole, which is not really open, but it's number 3. So we go in the third hole for our joint. We go to the back. We bring our lace over the top again, and we go over this one, under this one. Back through the hole to the back. Okay, so we're in the back now. We've gone through our two pieces of lace there, and we start to come over the front here. But we can see that we're going to mess up our braid if we just go over into the next hole, because we're going to cover this piece up. So instead, what we do is go under this piece of lace. Okay, that makes all of our loops exactly the same. It makes all of the loops on the top correct. And then what we want to do is end the braid. So we'll go down here and up through the center. And we can do it on the back, actually. And the back would probably be a better place to do that. So we're just going to go through the back to the back. And all our loops are still correct. And we'll go back up through the center. And then what we can do is pull it tighter, cut the piece off, and it will slide back down in. But that pretty much takes care of the join, and all of our loops are correct, and we've ended up in the correct place to come out the top. And so we're done with the join. Next, let's try the corners. We are just going to do 2 braids in one hole so we can ease around the corner. You open up the holes with a fid. The corner has to be really large because it's going to have 4 pieces of lace in it. The adjacent holes also have to be opened up because they're going to have more lace than normal. So for this corner in particular, make sure that you have braiding soap on your lace so that it'll slip easily. So here we've braided up to the corner, and our last stitches were on the back, and we've gone under, and that's an over stitch. So next we're going to go into the corner for the first time. And then we're going to braid exactly like we would have and go over one, under one. You may have to straighten the lace a little because it's going a longer distance there. And we go into the adjacent hole just like we would on the straightaway. Now we go to the back just like we would before. This is just pretty much the same as we would on the straight part of the lace. We go under one, turn it back around, and we're ready to go to the next hole, but instead of going to this hole, we're going to go into the corner again. And you can tell if we went on to this hole that part of our leather is going to be showing, and it's not going to be a very pretty job. So we're going to take our second stitch into the same corner hole, pull our lace down, go over one, and under one just like we would before, but we're on our second stitch. And you don't want to pull it really tight because you want to be able to ease it around. So you go in the adjacent hole just like normal from before. turn it back around, and you'll go under and over, just like on the straightaway, except you've got more lace bunched up there. And make sure and keep your lace straight. So now we need to go into that same hole again on the corner in order to ease our stitches around. And now you can see it's kind of, you can pull it with your hand a little and see that it's coming over to cover. But now we have to do the over and the under stitch, which is going to get a little bit tight here. So we've gone over and under. We'll go in the adjacent hole again to the corner to get to the back. And now you can see it starting to go around. You'll go back to the back and do an under and an over. Then you're back around to the front again, and you're ready to go in the next empty hole. And see what a nice rounded corner that's going to give you. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to still go over this one, under this one, but it's getting a little tight because of the so many stitches in one hole. So you go back to the adjacent hole, which is your corner, which now you've got a bunch of lace in that corner. Pull down your stitch, go back to the back again, and it's a little harder to see, but you're going to go under and over again. And now you're ready to just continue on like you would. I'll keep doing this one stitch so you can see how nice it's turning out going around the edge. We come back to the front, we'll go over, we'll go under again, and we'll go in that hole adjacent, which is getting pretty tight. But we should be done with this now. And we should have made our corner, and we'll just continue on with the braid. We'll go back to the back, and now we're back on the straightaway, like we've been doing. You come back to the front, go in the next hole, go over and under, and this should be our very last braid till we're just completely on the straightaway here. There we have the back again. We'll go under, we'll go over, come back to the front, and we'll just continue on in all of our other stitches. Now you may need to take your hand and kind of straighten out the corner just a little bit, and then later on when you go and finish up your braiding and you tap it with a hammer, it's all going to lie down really nicely. So I think you're going to be really happy with doing the corners, and it's not going to be difficult at all. So from here on out, you will just go ahead and braid as normal. Between this video and my first on the Mexican round braid, you should be able to complete any piece. My last tip here is don't try to do this in a stitching pony, but hold it in your hands instead. It's much, much easier. Stay tuned for my edge braiding and applique videos next, where we'll also use the braiding soap made in my first video and the splitting and beveling technique shown in my other videos. I will try to post new videos every Friday. Subjects will also contain lots of other leather techniques and information. If you like this video, please push the thumbs up button and subscribe button so I'll know that these videos are useful to you. Thanks for watching.